Boys, in this video, I want to be teaching you how to overcome your biggest insecurity. Once upon a time, my arms were 10 inches. It's the size of this little branch here. Steph, can we get a zoom in on this little branch? Yeah, it's pretty small. If you want to grow your arms 5 inches, just like I did, follow this 3-pillar framework. Make sure you hang around from pillar 3, because I guarantee you haven't heard about this on YouTube before, and it is the most important step. Or you can continue to look like a 12-year-old and be the smallest guy in the class. Boys, we don't want that anymore. Just like you, I used to have a designated arm day where I would sit in the dumbbell rack doing lightweight for 20 sets. This is where the first pillar begins. As a beginner, you want to be mainly focusing on key compound lifts, such as an upper and lower split. This way, you can add in arm isolation exercises at the end of your workout once your arms are already exhausted. Now that you've pre-exhausted your arms, you can focus on the isolation accessory movements. For example, the bench supported bicep curl. I'll be honest, this exercise does make my bicep tendon want to snap off the bone, but if you are willing to grow those biceps, do it. The second pillar to overload your arms is to implement the training principle of progressive overload. Everyone talks about it like it's some massive science term. Literally just increase the weight, sets, reps, or decrease the rest period between sets. How many times do you go to the gym and see a 15 to 16-year-old treating arms like an extraterrestrial alien? They're lifting 7.5 kilos for 4 years and they're wondering why their arms won't grow. You've got to not be shy and just increase the weight already. This is why exercises such as weighted dips, easy bar curls, close grip bench press are the biggest bang for your buck, because you can so easily whack on another 5 kilos and overload. That's pillar 2. Make sure you're overloading your arms just like you wish you're overloading your Tinder profile matches.
Did somebody say Tinder matches?
Not for me, bro. No, those days are well and truly over. Pillar 3, or as I like to call it, entree, because this is the entree in how to get massive arms. You've probably never heard it before, but it's actually focusing on the eccentric movement of the movement. Let me show you real quick. Recent studies have actually shown that the muscles grow more throughout the eccentric part of the movement. This means that if I'm doing an exercise such as the incline bicep curl, like I am right now, most people are going to focus up here, but you want to lengthen, under control, your muscle all the way down until you're almost a dead hang in pretty much every exercise. That's where you're going to get the most growth. This is exactly what you don't want to do, but most people do it.
Then what am I supposed to do, Locke?
Get that cable or band and move it to the bottom of the rack. So that way you're training your bis and tris under a lengthened position. This way you're going to get way better bang for buck, because you're actually lengthening the muscle under extreme amounts of tension, and that eccentric component is going to help your muscles break down faster and henceforth get way better growth in the future.
What other exercises can I do when the muscle's in a lengthened position?
Get super creative with it. The tricep crosses 2 joints, the shoulder joint and the elbow joint. And the tricep is going to be lengthened most during shoulder and tricep flexion. This means that an exercise such as the skull crusher, or the overhead power bomb, or the overhead cable tricep extension is going to be the most 3 superior exercises.
That's triceps, Locke. But what about biceps?
For biceps, you want to have your elbow and shoulder extended. It's kind of a vulnerable position, but the best option and bang for your buck is probably the incline bicep dumbbell curl. You can then move on over here to the easy bar curl. However, you need to make sure that you're really focusing on controlling the weight at the bottom and leaning back a little bit even. So you're really focusing on lengthening and that eccentric movement.
I hope you enjoyed today's video, so you can grow your biceps and not have to buy Tinder Gold just like me.
80% of you guys aren't actually subscribed right now. So please subscribe, because Steph has been pretty sad. You can get back in the frame, bro. Why are you being sad? Tell everyone why you're being sad.
I'm currently in a moon boot, so I can't train. The only thing that's going to cheer me up is if you subscribe and we get to 10,000 subscribers. So join the Lambros army today so you can grow your arms 5 inches just as we did.
Lambros to the moon.